He is a stuntman by day and the devil's bounty hunter by night. The movie opens with two bikers, a father and son, doing stunts. The son's name is Johnny. During a stunt, Johnny's bike loses control and he crashes. After the show, Johnny's father tells him angrily, "Look, this happened today, but in the future, you need to stay completely focused on your work." When Johnny gets home, he finds a piece of paper on the floor. He picks it up and reads that his father has chest cancer. He's devastated and to take his mind off it, goes to work on his bikes. Then, an old man approaches him and says, "Johnny, I'm a big fan of your skills. Maybe someday you'll work for me." Johnny asks, "Oh yeah? You have a show?" The man replies, "Yes, the biggest show on earth." He then adds, "Your father has cancer, doesn't he?" Surprised, Johnny asks, "How did you know?" "Never mind that," the man says. "I can cure your father, but in return, you have to agree to one condition." "All right, how much money do you want?" Johnny asks. The old man replies, "Your soul." Johnny bursts out laughing, unable to believe what he's hearing. The old man hands him a contract. As Johnny reads it, he gets a deep paper cut, and a drop of his blood falls onto the page. The man snatches the contract from him and says, "That's all I need." The scene then cuts to Johnny in bed. He thinks it might have all been a dream. Panicked, Johnny rushes to his father and asks if he's okay. His father tells him, "I've been feeling really strange for the last few days, getting weaker from my illness. But I don't know what happened. Just this morning the doctor told me I'm perfectly fine. I feel healthy." His father starts to leave for his stunt and asks Johnny to come with him, but Johnny is distracted. When his father asks what's wrong, Johnny explains that he is in love with a girl named Rakshi. Her father is sending her away and he wants to go with her. He tells his father, "How much longer can I keep doing these same bike stunts? I want to do something new." Hearing this, his father gives him a key. It's the key to the bike Johnny has wanted to ride since he was a kid. He wishes Johnny well on his new journey and then leaves. Suddenly, Johnny hears sirens and commotion from the fairgrounds where his father went to perform. He rushes over and finds out that his father had an accident during the stunt and was killed. Then the old man who made him sign the contract appears before him. Johnny angrily yells, "You killed my father. How did you even know he had cancer?" The old man replies, "I only cured his cancer. His time was up. I couldn't stop that." He gets close to Johnny, places a hand on his chest and says, "Forget your friends, your family and your love. You work for me now. I'll be back for you." As the old man touches him, a power surges through him. He collapses, his eyes burning like fire. He was supposed to meet Rakshi to run away together, but he can't go to her. Instead, he rides off alone into the night. The story jumps forward several years. Johnny is now a world-famous stuntman. We see him attempting a dangerous stunt, jumping a long row of cars. He crashes hard, and everyone rushes to his side, fearing the worst. But after a moment, his eyes open, and the first thing he asks is the bike okay? Everyone is amazed that he isn't hurt at all. The news reports on his incredible survival, calling him an indestructible stuntman. Later, a friend tells him, "It's like you have a guardian angel watching over you." Johnny replies cryptically, "Maybe, or maybe it's a devil." Now a man walking down a street. With every step he takes, everything around him freezes over. This is Blackheart.
He goes inside and starts killing everyone, but he finds three beings who are clearly not human. One of them asks, "Friend, what have you come for?" He replies, "I've come for the contract of San Venganza. It's hidden in a graveyard, and you're going to help me find it." He adds, "Once I have that contract, we will rule this world together." One of them asks, "And what about your father?" The scene then cuts to his father, the same old man who made Johnny sign the contract. Blackheart confronts him and says, "Give me control of everything. It's my time now." His father replies, "Yes, your time will come, my son, but this is my time." Blackheart tells his father, "You know you can't do anything to me here." His father retorts, "My rider won't let you escape." Blackheart just scoffs. "The Ghost Rider will bury you both," he sneers, and then leaves. This old man was the devil, and the Ghost Rider was his bounty hunter. We then see Johnny preparing for the biggest jump of his career. A few reporters approach him for an interview, but Johnny says, "I don't do interviews." Then a woman's voice calls out from behind him. Not even for an old friend? It's Roxy. Johnny goes over to her and gives her an exclusive interview. When Johnny gets to the stunt site, he sees 6 massive helicopters lined up instead of cars. Today, he has to jump over all of them. When the time comes, he makes the jump perfectly, leaving everyone stunned. Afterward, he goes to meet Roxy. She's angry with him because they were supposed to run away together all those years ago, but Johnny never showed up. Johnny manages to win her over, and they plan to meet at 8 p.m. As Johnny is getting ready, he notices his hands are turning bright red. When he runs them underwater, they start to steam. He hears someone call his name, but when he turns around, no one is there. He sees his bike start on its own. The old devil appears. "Stay away from me. What do you want?" Johnny yells. The devil replies, "I can't stay away from you. I've been with you all these years. Now the time has come for you to do my work. Find a man named Blackheart and kill him." "No way," Johnny says. "I'll never do it. Why don't you do it yourself?" "I can't," the devil tells him. "You will do my work. You signed the contract. As soon as the job is done, I will return your soul." Johnny tries to start his bike, but it won't turn over. The old man strikes his staff on the ground, and the bike's tires glow red hot. It revs to life, lurching forward at an incredible speed, throwing Johnny off. As he lies on the ground, flames engulf his entire body, burning away his flesh until only a skeleton of fire remains. Johnny has become the Ghost Rider. He rides off to find Blackheart. "You've broken the rules," he growls. "You don't belong here. Go back to hell." But instead of listening, Blackheart has his 3 minions attack. They manage to throw the Ghost Rider under a truck. Thinking he's dead, they leave. But the Ghost Rider is very much alive. The innocent truck driver, however, is not so lucky. The Ghost Rider, in his rage, burns him to ash. Riding on, he sees a mugger trying to snatch a woman's purse. He saves her, then grabs the mugger. "Look into my eyes. Feel the pain of every person you've ever hurt." The mugger screams as he experiences all the suffering he has caused, and the torment kills him. The Ghost Rider has the power to make criminals pay for their sins. We see that wherever his bike goes, it leaves a trail of fire. As morning approaches, Johnny returns to his human form and passes out. He wakes up in a room inside a cemetery. When he walks outside, he meets an old man, the caretaker of the grounds. "What happened last night will happen again tonight." "Who are you?" Johnny asks. "Who I am doesn't matter," he says, "but I know what you are, Ghost Rider, and you won't last long without my help." "No," the Ghost Rider says, "I don't need anyone's help. You made a deal. You have to see it through. By day, you are Johnny. By night, you are the Ghost Rider." "Was there a Ghost Rider before me?" he asks. "Yes. 150 years ago, a man from the village of San Venganza became the Rider. San Venganza was a good, peaceful town, but a man came and sowed seeds of greed and hatred, turning the villagers against each other until they slaughtered one another. The souls of the entire village are still trapped there." "What does Blackheart have to do with this?" Johnny asks. The caretaker looks surprised. "He's after you." "Yes, and he has others with him," Johnny says. "They were angels, cast out of heaven and sent to earth. Now they wait for the end of the world. You're safe here because they cannot enter holy ground." "Okay, thanks for the info," Johnny says, "but I can't stay here." When Johnny gets back to the city, he finds it in ruins. Roads are destroyed and no one knows who is responsible. He sees his friend Roxy interviewing someone. She's still angry with him because he stood him up again and walks away from him. Later, Johnny returns to his apartment and reads books about the Ghost Rider. He learns that if he can master the power, he can control the transformation. He focuses and a small flame appears in his hand. He's learning to control it. Later, Roxy comes back and apologizes. "I'm sorry," she says. "I didn't mean to talk to you like that." She notices a picture of the two of them in Johnny's room, but Johnny quickly ushers her out, saying, "Come on, I'll walk you to your car." Johnny didn't want to rush her out, but he had to. It was getting dark, and he could feel the Ghost Rider transformation about to begin. Roxy asks, "What is wrong with you? What's going on?" Johnny tells her, "If I told you the truth, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near me. Try me." Johnny tells her everything, but she doesn't believe him and leaves. The police blame the Ghost Rider for all the destruction in the city. They arrest Johnny and lock him in a jail cell. But as soon as night falls, he transforms. The iron bars of his cell melt away, and he rides out to find Blackheart. When Blackheart learns of his escape, he sends his minions to stop him, while the police also give chase. The chase leads to a skyscraper, and the Ghost Rider rides his bike straight up the side of the building, terrifying and amazing the onlookers below. Roxy sees this and finally starts to believe Johnny was telling the truth. At the top of the building, the Ghost Rider corners one of Blackheart's minions. The minion, who possesses the power of air, is unfazed, but the Ghost Rider pulls out his chain, imbues it with hellfire, and wraps it around him, burning him to death. After the fight, Johnny goes back to the old caretaker. "How does this end?" Johnny asks. "It ends when you kill Blackheart." He then leads Johnny to a grave marker for a previous Ghost Rider named Carter Slade. The caretaker reveals that he is Carter Slade. He was sent to retrieve the contract of San Venganza, a pact holding the souls of an entire village. But when he realized the terrible power it held, he refused to give it to the devil and ran away with it. Blackheart wants that contract to become all-powerful, the caretaker warns. But during this fight, don't go near your loved ones. He'll use them against you. Johnny rushes to find Roxy, but it's too late. Blackheart is already there. He grabs Roxy by the throat. Johnny instantly transforms into the Ghost Rider, grabs Blackheart and commands, "Look into my eyes. Feel the pain of everyone you've ever killed." Blackheart just laughs. "That power won't work on me. I don't have a soul." He shoves the Ghost Rider back and says, "From now on, you work for me, not my father. If you want your friend Roxy to live, bring me the contract in San Venganza." Blackheart then vanishes, taking Roxy with him. Johnny goes back to the caretaker. "I have to save my friend, no matter what. The contract was with the old man all along. Please, give me the contract now." "No, this will destroy the world," the caretaker protests. "Please, trust me. I know he made this deal out of love, not greed. That's why God is on your side. I believe you're the only one who can kill Blackheart. Okay, but San Venganza is 500 miles from here. We should leave now." Johnny is surprised. "We?" He whistles and a skeletal horse of fire appears from the ground. He climbs on and tells Johnny, "I have one last ride in me." To Johnny's amazement, the old man transforms into a Ghost Rider. He is the same rider who hid the contract. The two riders then gallop off into the desert. When they arrive, the caretaker says, "I can go no further. I could only become the Ghost Rider one last time, and I saved that chance for today." He hands Johnny the contract and rides off, fading into the dust. Johnny enters the ghost town. Blackheart's last remaining minion, who has the power of water, tries to drown Johnny, but Johnny transforms into the Ghost Rider and uses his own element to destroy him. He confronts Blackheart and tells him to let Roxy go. Blackheart throws her aside. Johnny holds out the contract. He offers it to Blackheart, but pulls it back at the last second as he transforms. A massive fight breaks out. The sun begins to rise, and Blackheart takes advantage and throws the Ghost Rider into a patch of sunlight, which forces him to turn back to Johnny. Blackheart seizes the contract and shouts, "All you souls, come to me! Be absorbed into me!" The spirits of the village fly into him, and his eyes turn blood red as he fills with immense power. Roxy rushes to Johnny's side. "It's time to go. We gave him what he wanted." "No," Johnny says. "I started this. I'm going to end it." "Why you?" Roxy asks. "Because I'm the Ghost Rider." Blackheart approaches. Johnny fires a shotgun at him, but the bullets have no effect. Blackheart throws him aside and snatches the gun. Johnny tries to retreat into the shadows, but Blackheart grabs him by the throat. "Not this time. All